Yo, what's happening, people? And welcome back to the channel, Ches99. Get me to 2.23. So I'm like 6 away from 2,230. I think that's what it is. My mouse is kind of off right now. We'll be everybody in the building, man. Chelsea are back. I'm joking, relax. Like, it's all a joke, it's all a joke. One step at a time, man. I'm joking. My boy, he's getting on to me, yeah? He's a joke, man. Why is a joke, man? He's like, oh, because I said to him, basically, I texted him saying, oh, Chelsea are a few points behind us now. And then he goes, oh, what does that even mean? Are you in the title race? And I'm thinking, bro, the title race just started. So why are people telling me, am I in the title race? But then people can discount me for being in the title race, even though I'm 6 points behind the top of the league. So how does that make sense? So one person can say I'm not in it, but I say I'm in it and I'm not in it. Do you get it? But anyway, Chelsea season recap so far from chaos to comeback ? Because we came back. Are we average? Let me know, innit? And then wins, woes, and Wonderkids. The guy behind me, there's a reason why I was there yesterday on my streams. And there's a reason why I was there today. But first things first, I've cleaned up the bottom bit of the show. So if you go underneath the show, okay? You just ate some food, guys. My bad. You should see, yeah, season review, support Jamaica. There's a link there to help people in Hurricane Melissa. It's still going on. It's not as prevalent, but it's still going on. I did put on yes, made for kids, so my bad. You should be able to comment now. So let me know. I was wondering when no one was commenting, but be everyone in the comments, man. One of you man should have told me, but it is what it is, isn't it? But yes, here in the building. Description down below is your CTV. And them in the chat. Comment now, because I accidentally put kids only because I'm a donut. You get me? So
I don't know how people do that though. You know,
bro,
I've never done it. I've heard a couple of people done it.
I don't know. I think I was rushing. It's not made for kids. You guys aren't kids. So let me know in the chat if you can finally message. Because I know sometimes it moves loose. But yeah, Yassir's getting on to me. I hear it. I never usually make that mistake, but all human, innit?
It can
happen, man. Let me even put a message in the chat myself to make sure that everything's all cushy, just in case. But you see, beat yourself, man. We've got other guests joining as well. They'll be joining shortly. But boy, you see, how are you saying, man? How are you feeling overall, man? With Chelsea, I put a question mark in there regarding. Yeah, Sid put a comment in. So okay, we're back. Nice one. What's that about? You doing kids Chelsea content? Even what does that even mean? Oh, be careful, man. There's people watching these shows, man. They're like I'm a creep.
We've seen how the kids move on. Was it called the content? Chelsea fans, bro. Standards.
Oh yeah.
You seen that?
Yeah, I've seen the video.
Wow. But yeah, what were you asking me?
I was saying like it's interesting how things can change very quickly. I had a question, but now I'm gonna change it. It's interesting how things can change really quick, innit?
Yeah, come on, bro. Like,
I warn people about that. So 1 minute you could be 8, next minute you're second.
But this is why people kind of get triggered with me and you in terms of we're calm, innit? Like we don't have this. Like we don't. I don't know how to explain it, but when we talk, we don't have this change in voice. Like we don't lose our heads, and then we're no more. Like yeah, we just keep it like monotone all the time.
Yeah, I don't really crash out. Yeah, I don't really crash out. It's right.
Me neither. Like I could be hot, but then I still explain what I'm thinking without kind of losing my head. But that's just how I am, innit? So it's just one of those things. I think a lot of people are just, bro. Like you remember the end of the pot season? It was like 4 games. We went from 12 to 6.
Oh like my days! You reminded me. Oh,
I know what I'm trying to say. Like you can go anywhere.
No. I said you reminded me of the fans. What they were saying.
Exactly. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, that's part of the reason why I had to end up. That's part of the reason why I ended up doing YouTube.
No, you know what? That is actually very valid. Like hearing that rubbish. So I started doing my own channel only literally last year. So last year, it hasn't been that long. And
you know when I started?
Huh? I started.
My first one is Liverpool, Anfield, last season.
Oh, was that the 4-1? That wasn't 4-1.
No, we didn't lose 4-1. We
lost 2-1.
Played really well that game.
Yeah, Jackson scored, and then Salah scored.
Yeah, fell asleep back post or something like.
Jones scored. It was Jones. Curtis Jones.
That was his first game back or something like that. Do you remember?
Yeah, it was.
That's my first time I done like a match preview for it. That's when I started. So not It's already been a year, isn't it, for us? Yeah.
Oh, you know what it is? It's probably been about because I've been off for a while here and
Yeah.
there. So I've probably all in all done about 7 months. But the point is, what you raise is important. The reason why I did it is because I heard a lot of rubbish online. So I thought I have the viability to stream, so why don't I stream? And then Rob, for example, Rob was doing Twitter, and then he realized he can vocalize how he feels on Twitter. So Rob's on the shows now rattling people. But I need Rob to go on big panel shows as well. You
Rattling
say
me as well. I read a few things a couple of weeks ago. I was thinking, yo. But
You heard a few things, hopefully good things.
nah, man, I read a few things, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's calm. Everyone has their own opinion, though. This is the thing. Like, I just like debating with people that are willing to debate. Do you get it? If you're willing to listen to someone else's opinion and you try to understand where they're coming from, then it's fine. Do you get it? I just don't. My thing's just like arguing with people that have agendas. I just can't do that, bro. Because then it just looks like we just do going in circles, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? But besides that, like I said, look, you could at some point people said we had a very bad season. This season it's started very bad, then it's very good, then it's amazing. Like I said, it's too early in the season to see it. Like I think we spoke about this. Well, I think it may have been last week. I think December period is when you start seeing a separation between certain parts. You might see a little gap like between fourth and like below. Do you get it? Or the people at the top a little bit because you get a lot of games behind like back to back in it. So then if one team gathers a lot of points, they can kind of get away from everyone else. Like, do you get it? Right now, everyone's very close.
Yeah, give it. I usually say 15 games.
Mhm.
Between now and 15 games, you'll start seeing more point gaps, like 6 points, 8 points. Because
Yeah.
the reason why is because you have more games to play, so there's
Mhm.
more jeopardy. Because right now it's stop start, it's an international break, then you play. But then after this international break, it's basically like now until like February. There's basically no break. You basically play every week, and by
Yeah.
the way, minimum once a week. So by that point, the teams drop points. If you're winning games a lot, you're gonna go clear. That's why I'm gonna go for our running what we had before. Part of the show is that, and then we're gonna look at the next few games, and us three and the rest of the panel who join, we're gonna discuss whether this part of the season has been good. How would you rank it, and how moving forward we need to change certain things to improve. Because there was a take I saw from my boy, what's his name? I think he's TK Ball on TikTok. He jumped on streams, but doesn't do it anymore. He was basically saying that we had an easy run beginning of the season, and
Mhm.
that though we had a decent start overall, was it as good as what it should have been? And that's what I wanted to discuss with you guys on the panel
Yeah.
today. Because it got me thinking, we are third, but we definitely should be higher based on the fixture we had. But
Mm.
Rob might disagree, Yasin might disagree, and I might disagree. But anyway, slap those likes, people, man. And you see his channel, I'll be adding it literally in a second. Don't forget Rob's Twitter's all down below. Get him to a few. He needs to be hitting 10K, Rob, man. Big influence on all the football channels. So get him to 10K. And very importantly, get me to 2.3 because very, very close to it. We'll start pushing the subs. And yeah, Sis channel will be down below. So don't lack. Ryan, before we move on, Raya Allen, he's always putting in comments, pick yourself, bro. Is pedal to melt after international break. Facts. If you don't know what that means, basically full throttle moving forward. December period will make or break our season for title race. And last year, yesterday and Rob, we fell off. So we done well. So beginning the season last year was similar to this part. We were doing okay. And then we went on like a 6-game winning run from now until December, literally.
Then was it Everton? Was it Everton we could have won and
Everton,
we would have been top of the
the
table?
Everton game was our first drop points. Yeah.
Yes, because that would have been us. If we won that game, we would have been
Would have
top
gone
of
to
the
the
table.
league.
I remember that because I couldn't
Yeah.
watch that game. I was outside, yeah. And I remember coming
And we
out
should have
there.
won that game. We should, if we watched the game, we should have won it.
Yeah,
Jackson hit the post twice. I think someone missed it. I think it was Sancho missed a sitter. We cleared it off the line with tossing, but they
Yeah.
only had one chance the whole game, and that was the chance of the line. So in theory, we actually should have won that game and got top of the league, but we didn't. And we're here now. We'd be top of the table if we had competent centre back pairing. Interesting take, but let's get Rob involved. Bit see if we're joining every single time. There's a sick conversation. It's really good with you guys as well because it's balanced, like you said before. Let's go through Chelsea's fixture so far, and we're gonna give it a ranking, and then we're gonna go through where we think we've flopped as a football club. Because I'm not sure about you guys, but I do think Chelsea didn't do as well. Rob, you there, by the way?
Yeah, I'm here. You got me.
Cool. You didn't say much, innit?
You got me.
No,
Yeah. I'm listening. I'm here.
So no. Right. Let's go through these results. Yeah. It's not looking good in it, but let's just go through them and be as fair as possible. So give me a ranking, Rob, when you see it individually. What you would rank this? Let me zoom out a bit, if I can. I don't know how much of it is going to be let's just do Premier League. Yeah. Cool. This is as far as I can go in terms of the Premier League, but we'll start from Palace. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a Club World Cup, and now we've got the draw against Palace. So let's do that. All right, cool. Everyone can see this, yeah? So we're gonna go through it. Rob and Yasir are gonna have their thoughts. Everyone in the chat, think about it, and when we get to the Wolves game, give me a rating straight off your brain. What rating would you give that run? I'm gonna call out the first number. We're gonna talk about it and then we're gonna debate. Yeah. So draw at home to Palace. Then we beat West Ham 5-1. We then beat Fulham. A bit of an iffy game, 2-0 at home, clean sheet. We then had to claw back a draw, could have won it, but bottled it last minute. 2-2 against Brentford away. Okay? Lost to Man United. Very close game in the end because we could have probably got a draw, but the way we went down, embarrassing. So we lost to United. Then lost to Brighton. Back-to-back Premier League games, red cards, back-to-back mistakes for no reason. We then beat Liverpool, so we came back. We then beat Forest, so another good win. We then unexpectedly, we were meant to go on the run, lost to Sunderland. Okay? But then we very convincingly beat Spurs, and then we very convincingly beat Wolves. So, I need everyone, Yasir and Rob especially, straight off the bat, yeah? Like, what is the first number that comes to your brain to the rating that run?
4. And that's only because if you think about it, where our expectations were, for example, or even if you say average season would have been middle, we've kind of done some things that would take it slightly below a medium, if that even makes sense. So if you put in maybe some of the red cards, some of the results that we lost, do you get it? Like if you put some of those things in, I think I would say 4. And I'm not saying that it can't improve, but I think so far, I would say it's a 4.
Yeah, I'll give it context. The context being our best player being out, our center back being injured for the majority of the time. We've had to play backup center backs because our starting center back Fofana and, in my opinion, Badiashile for this season have been out. Cole Palmer been out for most of that for most of the season. If it's fair to say, if you have a Cole Palmer against Sunderland, you get a second goal. If you have a Cole Palmer starting against Brentford, you get all 3 points in those fixtures. So I'll give it a 6.5 with the context that we've had to do, like, with what we had, the hand we've been dealt, which is injuries to our center backs and injuries to our best player, especially our best attacker. I give it a 6.5 because I think to be third and still be the top, we are the second or third, the second highest
goal scored. 20. Yeah,
that's
our best goal scorer. How many games Cole Palmer played? 2? 2.5.
He came off the bench he played in the Crystal Palace.
Did he play Fulham?
Palace,
Brentford off the bench.
Brentford the bench. I think that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
No, Man United. He
played like 20 minutes.
Yeah, so it doesn't count, but he still plays.
So he's literally just played one full game all season in the Prem. So
I get that.
With that context,
my rating is based on that though. My rating's based on.
Wait, Rob, did you give a number? Sorry, yes, did you give a number?
I gave it a 6.5 out of 10. Yeah, I gave it a 6.5.
And then you say gave it a 4.
Do I still think that the manager should have done better in a couple of those games with the lineup and the substitutions? Absolutely, but in the context that we've had, I think every team needs their best player to kind of when everybody's not on it, to kind of, especially best attacker, who's a best goal scorer, to kind of bail them out every now and then. And Cole Palmer is that to us. And so without him, if you take Harden out of City, you take, I don't know, I mean, you take, I don't know, Saka out of Arsenal, or
he's been quite bad this season. That's a bad example.
Yeah, I'm just saying whoever your best attacker is, you take Kudus out of Spurs, or you take Mbeumo out of United. They're gonna falter. So
no, but there's a better chance of you winning. But even we could have Palmer playing and still not win a game. Like
I agree.
Rob, you can't just say if we had Palmer fit, we just win these games based off.
I'm not saying. I'm saying it gives you a better chance of winning those games.
Yeah.
But before you didn't say that, Rob. Before you didn't say that, you said if we had Palmer, we would have beat Sunderland. That's what you said.
No, I think if you have Palmer, when you got stuck against Sunderland, searching that second goal, I think with Palmer you have a better chance of scoring a second goal, which pretty much kills the game for Sunderland.
Does Palmer change this result, Dev or Yasir? Yeah. Does it change this result here?
No.
What do you mean change the result? You talking about with Sunderland? You talking about Sunderland specifically?
Yeah. So basically, I don't know why it's not coming out. Oh, I know why. Does it change this result here? Like, do we beat Palace at home if Palmer's fully fit for that game? He was fully fit, wasn't he?
Oh, he was.
It's fair to say that some of them we would have got extra points, and some of them we wouldn't. Like
what game? Let's go through it, because I've got to be challenging my panel a bit. Like, we can't just say things like that and not justify it. So he played Man United game. That had nothing to do with him why we didn't win the game. Nothing.
Right.
0. Brentford game, he actually came on, scored, and missed 2 chances. And I even heard Rob Deb on this very show, because Rob's gonna laugh, say it was more on Palmer than the manager. That's a fact. Rob said that.
We're
gonna move on.
They both, Palmer missed some chance that he should have scored, and I think the manager starting lining up.
So Rob, my original statement stands then, yeah. So you blame Palmer more than the manager. So why let's not change it anyway.
For that particular game, he should have done better.
Let's move on. Yeah, Man United game. Did that have anything to do with Palmer? No, it didn't, boys.
Yes, he did.
But you just said he played only 6 minutes, and he didn't count.
Look. We're not gonna revise some results and say Palmer was the reason, because the reality is a lot of our drop points is from our defense being shit this season. So I'm not gonna sit here and say Palmer. Like, for example, Crystal Palace is a fair one to say. Like, yes, we needed a little bit more brilliance and like a Palmer in that game. I could see him get us a 1-0, but.
He played.
No, but fully fit. The argument is fully fit. We know he played. Because remember, he played in the first few games, but he wasn't fit. He was never fit, because then that's why he got taken out for so long. He tried to come back, ended up getting re-injured, right? So my thing is, I just don't like the revisionist. I'm not saying Rob's doing it. I'm saying, like, a lot of Chelsea fans go, if we were fully fit. The only fully fit part argument is Colwill, because we don't really know how the defensive pairings would be if Colwill actually stayed healthy. Some argue our defense would have improved. So that's the main thing for me.
Point, Colwill, so Yasir can jump in on this point, Colwill being injured is if Rob, by the way, not just Rob, because Rob's the only one arguing now, but Rob's not the only one saying this. But if Colwill was fully fit, I think that would have a massive impact on these results, because the way we play football would be completely different. I do get that point. But when it comes to games at Man United, if Man United did the exact same thing, but Cole was there, I don't really think it would change much, because the way we went into the game mentality-wise wasn't good. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like.
No, for example, because the way I rated the season,
because it wasn't just Chalobah who made a mistake for that Man United red card, by the way. It was Sanchez, Chalobah, Caicedo.
This is the point I'm making, though. My rating is based not on the players that are out. Because if I brought those players in, I'd have to simulate it through them actually being in, and then I'd come in with the result. Did I get it? I'm looking at certain games thinking the squad, the way we played in the game was good enough to get us a win. Do you get it? Let's say the Brighton game. If I go to United, if we didn't get the red card, I know these are ifs, but I'm saying in those games we should have easily won that game. Brentford, if someone didn't fall asleep in the back post, those are small things, but I think we could have done better with the players that were on the field and also the running that we had. I was one of those people that said the running was not as hard as a lot of people. Some people were saying it was very easy. I think it was not bad, especially not leaving London in the first month or something. I thought that would help us. Do you get it? I know Palace is not an easy game, and a lot of people are learning that now.
To be fair, it was only one bad result out of that, because if we'd beaten Brentford, it would have been 1 draw, 3 wins.
Yes. Then it would have been all right. But then
Yeah,
you
but
start
2 draw,
going
2
into
wins is a bit top 4-ish, isn't it? It's a bit. It stinks of top 4, innit? Let's be honest. Like, it just does. Let's just keep it a buck. Like, anyway, let's go through it. So, Rob, Brighton 3-1. Was that Palmer's fault?
Brighton 3-1. No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying all of these are Palmer's fault.
No. I'm not getting on to you. I'm just talking about the injury thing. Because he's been the only player. Lavia doesn't count. He doesn't count as a Chelsea player. Palmer's the only player who's actually played before, who we could be like, if he played, would it make a difference? Because Esteval's been here.
Actually, would have been Lavia if Lavia would stay fit. Then, because you saw Enzo play a little bit deeper in our last game, and Caicedo was able to get a license to go a bit more forward, and that's low key / high key what we need is the ability for Caicedo to shift not only from like being in like an actual DM role, but to being able to play a little bit further up the pitch. As you know, I mean, yesterday's game was evident. Like Enzo looked almost at his best. So it's like at a certain point we need to. You're right though. I don't like the Palmer talk is weird for me because it's like the team is clearly showing we are doing fine without Palmer, right? Not like saying we don't need him, but I'm saying like we are still on our targets presently as we stand. So my thing is Palmer for me, I don't look at Palmer like, oh, if we had Palmer in a lot of these games, we'd be sitting like 2 points under Arsenal, clear second or first. Like I look at it like there are a few games, i.e. Crystal Palace, like I would want him to have been fully fit because you could tell he looked sort of knackered. He was running around the pitch. His passing was a little like misplaced. So those types of things really. But I don't think Palmer is the reason, like, or we would have had more points if Palmer was here. Like, let's be honest, like our defense has been poor.
I agree on that.
Sorry, Chezzy. I just think Palmer would have helped us create more chances and maybe would score more goals. Yeah. Besides that, we would have still. We've had these games last season where Palmer was doing everything he can, and then someone makes a mistake, goalkeeper makes a mistake, or something like that, and we're behind. Bournemouth, if you remember, some other games, Wolves, it happens. Palmer being on the pitch is only really a benefit for our attacking players. Maybe a João Pedro, if the lap was fit, or someone like that, where maybe you'd create more chances and maybe would score more goals. But in terms of like the defensive issues that we have, or maybe conceding in certain part in the game, it might be different, innit, for me, because our main issues are still the same highlighted issues, in my opinion. That is just
100%. And by the way, this conversation needs to get away from Palmer a little bit. We're going to speak about him maybe a little bit later on. But on the Palmer point was basically because some of these games, the results are a bit weird. So if you guys can see the screen, like the Sunderland game came out of nowhere. Maybe Palmer has a moment of brilliance that makes it 2-0 and not 1-0. That could change the game. By the way, that's not a mad thing to say because he's a world-class player.
That's my only point. Like,
that's what I'm saying. So I agree with that point.
In a game like Brighton, we 1-0 up. He get to that second goal. And same with Sunderland, and all of a sudden the complexity of the game changes because now it's 2-0 down rather than 1-0 up, and the opposition team has to open up a bit more, and we get more joy, just like Wolves did. Right? We got our first goal. Got the
only reason why, I understand. I agree with that actually, but the only reason why I'm like, I look at the pattern of results of the games. We have AJ just joined, by the way. Doesn't get on a lot, but we got AJ just joined. But the reason why, Rob and Pano and Yassir and that, I look at these results here, I'm like, this is a very systemic thing. These two games were very similar, where it was like, for example, with the United game, when we had the red card, we were more settled. when we didn't have the red card in the Brighton game, we're very settled. But as soon as things go wrong, the manager makes mad changes. He made mad changes in this game, and it kind of ruined the game. Like we kind of threw these points away. So I look at the manager here. I don't look at the players.
That's the point.
For example, the Brentford game, it was on the players because he actually did change it up, and we still didn't get the winning goals.
Yeah, but I think United, for me, United was more Sanchez, isn't it? Me, I'll be honest. I think because
it's the manager after that, but I
think Sanchez first, then the manager.
No. That's how you should do it. Because people keep going manager first. I'm like, no, he crashed out because Sanchez did some dumb shit within fucking 8 minutes.
Yeah,
so that's like, let's be clear. It's like saying if I go to work and like my boss calls me some crazy word and I punch him in the face, I'm still wrong. I'm gonna get fired, but he deserved that shit. And it's like it's the same way. Like Sanchez getting sent off in that United game, like I don't blame Maresca for like losing his shit because everyone's sitting here going, "Oh, but that's what he's getting paid." The big, yo, you're a human being, man. Imagine you haven't, you're like your club's record at this ground is shit. I think it's been what 12, 13 years. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Shit.
Yeah,
then you go in and it actually looks in the beginning of the game. We didn't before Sanchez did that dumb shit and they got the ball over the top. And Sesko beat Chalobah in the air, et cetera, et cetera. You guys know how that game went.
Yeah.
We didn't look like we were under the cosh or anything like that. It actually looked like we were about to have a good game. And then that one ball over the top, Chalobah goes up with Sesko, misses the ball, and then Sanchez does what he does. So my point is, I don't want to get on a whole diatribe about United. That game just really pisses me off. My thing is, like, we blame the manager sometimes when I think the manager doesn't deserve blame. And other times we blame the players when I think the manager deserves blame, i.e. like Rob was talking about Brighton. There's no excuse for Maresca in Brighton. Zero understanding, zero excuses. And that was proven by the fact when we went and then played Liverpool, he rectified it. So my thing is we need to stop doing the little bit of revisionist history. Like if we had this player, I'm going to be honest with you. If we had our fully fit team, Colwill included, I think it's a different conversation. But with Colwill and Lavia out, even if we had Palmer, I don't think we pick up that many more points. Do you gentlemen agree? Like, I think maybe we get an extra 3 or 4.
Lavia is a squad player at this point.
At this point, but Rob, we got to be real. When Lavia is actually fit, this team is different.
He won't make much of a difference because he doesn't start. He won't start ahead of Enzo and Caicedo.
Yeah, but I disagree with that. The only reason I disagree with that, Robert, is maybe if he didn't, let's say he didn't play the Liverpool game, would we say the result would be the same? I know that he's a lot of the time going. Sorry?
No.
No, but I'm saying, when he usually, like, let's say he played the Liverpool game. He played the Liverpool game.
No, he came off.
So where we got 3 points, he contributed.
No, it was. Yeah, he came off the bench. He didn't start that game.
He came off the bench. Yeah, my bad. But I'm saying,
and once again,
go. Certain games, if we got 3 points in those games, you can't then say, well, he's a squad player. I get that, but I'm saying he was very important in that game for us to get over the line, innit? So
1,000%.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, every squad player is important for you to get off the line. Gusto is important for you to get off the line in some games. But my point is, you can't sit here and I can sit here and say if we added our best player into the team, he doesn't change much in the matter of the results. Like, I think some of these results against Brighton or against a Brentford, if a fully fit Cole Palmer started against Brentford, I think we win that game. If a fully fit Cole Palmer is there against Brighton and against Sunderland, I think we win those games, because I think what we struggle in those games were getting that second goal. Which, like, we remember how we dominated Brighton in that first half. We absolutely dominated them until that red card. We dominated. The dominance in that.
No, but hold on, Debbie.
We didn't move on to against Brighton.
Firstly, I need to get a figure from Dev and AJ if I move on. So, Dev, what was your number? Because I know Rob said 6.5 out of 10. For this is the fixtures so far, the results we've had. I'm gonna flick through it now. He's given a 6.5. Okay. And Yasir gave it a 4. So AJ, I don't know if you're listening, and Dev, I know you're there. What
Mhm.
figure would you give this running?
How many games were you guys looking at? Like 10?
The past 11 games.
Just Premier League.
5? Like, what's the standard of which I'm grading this, right? So I'm gonna tell you why a 5. A 5 for me because by the standards of title challenging, we're a little off the mark. If this was top 4 in a cup, then it would be spot on. You would be like an 8. So my thing is just what is the standard of which we're grading, and then the second thing would be in general we have to be honest about our results. We have some good results in there.
That's a good question. I have to be honest, I didn't give Yasir or Rob the variables I'm using to make my numbers, but I reckon you could use it for AJ's number. Is the difficulty of fixtures and factor in your club. So factor in the injuries, how you feel about the manager, how you feel about the squad in general, the rest of the league.
5 with everything
so you
included.
Still say 5. You still say 5 here because I'm gonna. The reason why I'm asking that question because we're gonna move on to it. AJ, what's your number quickly?
You're on mute, brother.
It's calm. We'll get back to him in a minute. It's minor anyway because it's just a number to be fair. But I was gonna say if you look at Arsenal's, for example, fixtures and stuff, and look how they're doing, it gives you some perspective on how good they are or not, and how far you expect them to go in the season. Because if you look at our running just now, I don't know how difficult that running really is in hindsight. Even before we didn't have hindsight, you still would expect to Chelsea to at least get beat Brentford, beat Sunderland, or minimum a draw at home to Sunderland, despite them being third in the league. And even if you do those two things, we're 4 points better off.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying? And then you could go, you know what? We're on 24 points. We did lose against Man United, but it's our bad away ground. We drew at Palace, but they're in a good run of form. Do you know what I'm saying? Then you could start justifying. But I feel like that Brighton result, the Sunderland result, and then the Brentford result kind of makes us look like a top 4 team, which is why you won't hear rival panels and Big Show talk about Chelsea in there. Oh, no one's really gassed about Chelsea being third. Do you know why? Because they know we're not going to stay there. That's the problem. There's a reason why when you go on these different panel shows and you go on Sky Sports or in America, you're in shows, they don't really talk about Chelsea even when we win. Because it's like, how serious really are they? You know?
Yeah.
That's why I think a 5 and a 4 is actually quite fair. That's basically my point. I don't think
AJ said 5 as well, by the way. He's just put it in the chat.
Yeah, AJ is coming back. Yeah, man, AJ. But yeah, I know Rob gave it 6.5, and I think he's factoring maybe more of the injuries. I get that. But Rob, you have to admit, like, our running moving forward isn't that difficult, but the running we've just had, you've got to do better than that. You know that.
No, that's why I'm giving it 6.5. If we'd beaten Sunderland and Brentford, I would have been here saying it's an 8.
I think that's the point. It's 2 more results of a difference, right? Because like,
that's what I'm saying. But my point is, if we had our best player on the pitch, we win those 2 games. So given the circumstances, I'm giving it 6.5.
I'm not fussed at that hypothetical because like it's like saying the old United team of old. If you took Ronaldo or Rooney out the team for a couple of games, like, or if you took out Thierry Henry or like Lombard, my thing is when you have one of your best players on any part of the pitch, your best midfielder, your best attacker, your best defender, like Rob does have a point. Like at the end of the day, it's like if you did have him, especially fully fit in like Brentford, for example. Brentford and Palace are the 2 games where you go like, oh no, we definitely threw it away on those 2 because Crystal Palace was just being prolific in front of goal. Santos should have buried his chance. Brentford was like, just if you take all the defensive deficiencies away, we still should have smoked them 4-2. There was a lot of chances we had, a lot of chances that we didn't put in the net.
100%. Let's move on a little bit. AJ, let's give you your take and then we can move on.
My bad.
No matter.
No, I agree with the 5s and the 4s. I mean, 6, I hear it. And mainly because 1, I think our run of fixtures, I think it wasn't too crazy difficult, just based on how it was laid out. Like we never played too many big teams back to back or anything like that. Two, I think the way that we performed in games, especially I actually both attacking and defensively, but defensively we made some crazy mistakes. I understand you say our best defender wasn't there, but we didn't need our best defender for a lot of these games, to be honest. We were in situations to win games already. We couldn't close out games. We have a lot of center backs making bozo moments like Tosin, Chalaba. A lot of our defenders made mistakes. Sanchez, everybody clowns him, but he's actually been one of the more sturdy players for us this season so far. So I think defensively we've underperformed, especially going into the season. We actually rated our defense more after that Club World Cup. I understand Colwell again is our best defender, but we didn't need Colwell for most of these games. Second, our attack
definitely didn't. In fact,
I think our attack has underperformed because I think we should be scoring. I know we're like top goal scorers, but I do think we should be scoring more goals. João Pedro is under. Right now he's not really killing it. I understand he scored yesterday or 2 days ago, but he's not really on crazy form. We missing Palmer, and I agree with Rob. Palmer, when we have Palmer, I think we'd have like 3 or 4 more points, but I don't think Palmer is necessarily just going to guarantee that we would win, 2 or 3 other games, because we've seen Palmer also, fall short as well. But
AJ, let's keep it real. If Chelsea had their fully fit team, we're probably, I'd argue we're probably like second best team in the league. Arguably.
But it's not about like what we rate it. It's like realistically, and I'm being honest with you guys, put the fully fit thing, Lavia and Colwell included. At best, we don't lose Sunderland, we draw it. At best, we win the Crystal Palace game, and maybe we put the Brentford game over the line. So we're talking about 4, 5, 6 additional points, which puts us where? Right around Arsenal. So my point is, like, even with the fully fit team, like, our deficiencies still exist. Like, and I'm saying this with Colwell in the team. The reason why we got so good defensively, and it wasn't just the Club World Cup too, AJ, although you're right, that was like a main catalyst, but it was more so the end of the season. The last 10 games, 11 games, like Chelsea really started putting clean sheet after clean sheet, maybe 1 goal conceded. Sanchez was looking in good form. That's why he ended up, having a stellar game against PSG in the final. But my thing is, I think once again, we're overrating and underrating the rest of the league. Overrating us and underrating the rest of the league. And what I mean by that is just if we were fully fit, Rob, does not mean we would be first right now in the league. That's my example. There are still deficiencies in this team from the manager to the squad where it is clear we would still be where we are. Go ahead, Rob.
I think we are underrating us and we're overrating the rest of the league.
I agree with that.
I would say it like this, like,
and this is me just saying, if you add 1 player, a co-founder, we get at least, we probably will be either on par with Arsenal point wise, or we'll be top of the league. Just if I said fully fit, which means you have forget Colwell for a second. You have a fully fit body, shit, and Fofana starting your center back. That automatically increases your floor in the center back department, right? We didn't have the lab also. We forget that we didn't have the lab.
Rob, I fully agree with you.
If you give us Badia Shield and Fofana as a starting center back, that improves the floor. I'm not saying you reach our ceiling. Improve.
I know.
From Trevin Tosin to Fofana and Badia Shield, you get to dominate the ball more. You build up much crispier,
and passing from the center back is far better. Exactly. Yes.
So center back plus Cole Palmer plus the lab. I think people are underrating how good we would have been if we had our full squad, our squad fully fit.
We've seen. If you hit the likes, Asia reminded me. Smash us like people. We need an even ratio. So viewers to likes. Make sure you like the video. It takes 2 seconds. Literally, you go down below if you're watching the TV. Use your phone, connect it, hit a like button, and you can do it on your
Hey
phone.
man,
Very
I hear it for
Very
subscribe.
easy,
Sometimes
man.
you don't want to subscribe and get notifications, but likes are not negotiable, people. That's the one thing on YouTube that's just hit the
Like the
likes,
video,
bro.
man.
It's
Then once you do
literally
that, you scroll down, you literally see Rob's account, Twitter, AJ's will be there as well, up there now, and your 6 channels right there as well. Click on it, subscribe. Easy as that. Very simple. But let's move on a little bit. AJ was interrupting you. What you gonna say, AJ? You gonna say something?
I agree with Rob's point. I understand the logic of what he's saying, but we've also seen some of these players fall short as well. Body of Shield, we've seen him make mistakes. We've seen him, play 2-3 games and get injured. He came back and played like 1 game and then he got injured. So we can't necessarily just say, oh, these players are going to improve us, because Body of Shield could have played the first 2 games and then got hurt, So
AJ, let's keep it about. This squad is sick. But guess what?
AJ, that brings the center back into it, because I know Fofana and Bajashila are injury prone.
But Rob, here's the problem with this conversation.
Cole Palmer alone changes, gives you.
But Rob, let's just keep it real, innit? I love doing this like Hopium Chelsea, like you know what I'm saying, the echo chamber. I'm all happy, and he's like, AJ, yeah, you'll say, yeah, all good. Like the same logic. Firstly, the same logic we use could be applied to other teams, because Arsenal actually have more injuries than us. City have an injury to one of the best players in the world
as it stands.
Hold on.
Rob, secondly,
who's Arsenal missing?
Kai Havertz, Odegaard.
Kai Havertz is the backup striker. I'm talking about.
Wait. Oh, now we're doing the backups.
Arsenal is exactly where they should. Even if they had all their players fit, I think they're exactly. Because how much better?
But AJ, that's what I'm saying. That's how good they are.
Yeah,
we haven't been that good. I mean, we're easier run than them.
But this is my point. People are saying this is how good they are. Yes, they're elite defensively with only 6 points of form.
I know. That's what we're saying.
And our center backs and way more injuries. Like if they suffered as many injuries, if the two starting center back were out, right? The best player, let's say Declan Rice, their best player.
No, they're missing a lot of players. To be honest with you,
they're missing over 6 players, and 4 of them are first team.
I'm trying not to be biased. They actually are missing a lot of players.
But who's starting that? Who starts that they're missing?
Odegaard.
Okay, maybe Odegaard. What's Odegaard going to?
That's it.
He's not going to give them more relevant.
Chaz, and I hate we're even putting too much time on this. Go ahead and just look up Arsenal's injuries. Just put Arsenal's injury list real quick. I'm proving a point just for the sake of proving a point. Just to have this conversation.
But I think what I'm trying to say is that our team is predicated on not having injuries. Unfortunately, our best players, even Palmer's not injury prone. Our actual spine is all injury prone, or injured, but big injuries. It's peak. Palmer. Now injury prone for the past year. He's been injured on and off for the past year, by the way. A year. Colwell,
Fofana, Lavia, Colwell.
Chile, not reliable. Fofana, not reliable. Lavia, not reliable.
Not reliable.
Caicedo is the only reliable player. If he went down, literally our spine is not reliable. So what do we? So we could be here for 3 years and go, if only we had to fit this guy and fit this guy.
As it stands on form right now, Caicedo, Enzo, and Fofana. If one of those 3 go down, it's lights out. It's lights out.
Yeah, Cucurella, yes.
I say Cucurella only no, because maybe if we stop putting fucking Hato at center back and put him at left back, you'll find out he's actually a pretty decent left back and can cover for Cucurella if he's out. But until we keep playing him like he's a center back at 19, we'll never know. But I'm not too fussed if Cucurella gets injured. Let me be very clear. That would really suck for us, and that would be a detrimental fucking situation for us. Very underrated player, but we have cover at least. No. Listen, because I'm saying it like this. My issue is where we don't have cover, right? So the reason why we were suffering when Delap was fucking injured was because we did not have the cover. We were putting Pedro in the false 9. So my thing is, I want to eliminate those type of situations. I don't want us to get injuries in places where we don't have the depth to cover. Because think about it, Lavia is a key example. We still have midfielders, so people aren't really fussed about Lavia. But if we really open the conversation and talk ball, Lavia is the most missed fucking injured player right next to Colwell. because if we have him fit in that midfield, Caldwell gets pushed up. Caicedo gets pushed up. Enzo can play in that role you saw him play in yesterday. It's a completely different type of way to break low blocks.
100%. On that point, Yasir, you can start on this, yeah? Who would you say has been our player of the last few start of the season? Who's been the player we've relied upon and has been consistent? And you know what? Without him, we wouldn't even be third. Who are you saying? Explain why as well. Explain why briefly.
Are you saying besides Caicedo?
No, I said anybody. Yeah, anybody.
I think Caicedo is clearly our most important player. Easily. I think it's not even like worth talking.
I don't think it's even a debate.
We don't even have to debate this one. You know what I'm saying? Next question.
Even I wouldn't debate this one.
Yeah, Caicedo is on a level right now.
That's obvious.
You can say everyone had a little up down period. You can say Pedro was good at the beginning.
I've actually said the one that's been the most consistent is Sanchez. I think Sanchez.
He's not wrong, and I don't want to be the guy to just start hating on Sanchez, but he's really not wrong. He's not.
I agree that Sanchez has been.
I mean, Cucurella as well is up there, but yeah, Sanchez has been, after Caicedo.
Nah, Rob, that's a real shout though. No lie, because Sanchez is I keep saying this because people know I got an agenda against Sanchez, but Sanchez lately has been. I don't like to overgas things, but he's just been consistent. He's been consistent. Let's call it what it is, man. He's been consistent. In the last 8 games, you can't really say something that he's cost us points for. United, honestly, was the last real, you fucked us over. Since then, he's honestly gotten most of his act together. He's cleaned up his cross collection.
That's all we're asking from him. Just be consistent because he got the skill set to be a top goalie. It's just his mental that normally takes, holds him back. So if he sticks on it, then he's a very polarizing player though to the fan base. People hate him or people like him. There's no in between.
I think with Sanchez, the main thing with Sanchez is you never know what's happening around the corner. We didn't expect the United thing, right? I'm saying you never really know. I think that's the only thing about Sanchez. But look, so far it's been quite consistent. The only thing with me and him, I think maybe is the distribution. But then in certain games he does really well, but then sometimes he doesn't. But other than that, as a shot stopper, he's done his job. But I think there's no one that's been as consistent as Caicedo, in my opinion, in the team. As in every single game he's doing something. Whether you want to say Karabakh the other day, whether you want to say Wolverhampton, or he didn't play that game. But any of the games that we're talking about, it's like he's been there. Do you know what I'm saying? He's been there. Even if the whole team has been poor in some games, Caicedo, you still couldn't say Caicedo wasn't playing.
Someone say Sanchez and I was gone.
Yeah, we're doing our own conversation now.
Who said Sanchez?
To be honest, we wanted to go to the next.
Who said Sanchez on this phone?
Take a guess.
No.
Sanchez.
You being serious?
Listen.
I like how AJ says, take a guess. And when I said his name, he actually agreed with me. And then he said,
listen. No. Chess. Here's the thing. You go Caicedo. You go Caicedo. No, I do agree because you go Caicedo, you go Cucurella, which is the two they said we're already taking out of the equation. If you take Caicedo and Cucurella out of the equation, and people do not shoot me, Sanchez has been more consistent than Enzo. Do we want to have that uncomfortable conversation?
In 10 games, you're talking about in the last 10 Premier League games.
Yes.
Let's phrase that correctly.
Well, you man, no one said James.
James hasn't been top level consistent, but he's been good. I wouldn't say he's been bad.
I
don't know. You could say Sunderland game. You can say maybe a few games where you can say maybe.
Caicedo wasn't great against Wolves, and he wasn't great against Sunderland.
Which one?
The Brighton game, that second half, I thought it was poor.
Okay, so we're saying the names are Caicedo number 1. Everyone agree. Cucurella number 2, and Robert Sanchez number 3. Is that fair?
Yeah. Yes.
Right,
yeah.
Cool.
Exactly.
Push these likes, man. The likes are race showing. They're race showing. Push these likes. We need subs up. He's get to 100 viewers per episode. That's what we're doing numbers before I stop doing lives. Yeah, we get back to those numbers. But anyway, be it yourself, brother. I don't think that's mad. Who do you say is the most? Who needs to improve the most? Yasir can start. Who would you say? Yeah, after this break, we've got like Matt. I'm gonna get the fixtures up. We're gonna do a little segment on that. Who would you say? Burnley, Arsenal, all these games coming up. Barcelona. Who do you looking at the most? Who's fit? Who you need to say? You know what? You need to step up because we need you, bro.
The lap. I'm going the lap.
The lap. I think he's looked very rusty, like so far, which is understandable. But I also think that a lot of people are like underrating for someone because he's just come from Ipswich, whatever. But when I've really studied his game and that, I think people are just, it's just because he's not 100 million. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you look at his attributes, we technically almost have a 2-in-1 striker, someone that can hold up the ball, that has good feet, that can link up, but also can run in behind. So it's not a guy that, let's say, if you look at Gyökeres across the pond, he's only really good running in behind, but his hold up plays not. Did you get it? It's just we always needed a striker that can hold up, but then also do that job. If we end up doing what happened in the second half against Wolves, to be fair, after he got taken off, all of a sudden there was space in behind, so he would have benefited from that too if he ended up staying on. So I think he's someone that we really need to have in there, especially him being an out and out 9. I think that would also help us a lot. Just being
that
able
will
to
help Yao Pedro. That will help Palmer. That helps all Esteval. That helps Neto.
Yeah. I'll go with a left field shout. I think for me it's the manager. I think.
Who did you say?
I think it's Maresca. I think Maresca. To his credit, he's
I'll
be 100% real. I think I need to go back to where every game I come out of it and say Maresca coached to win. Like, in the Spurs game, you came out of it and said, you know what, he coached a 3 or 4-0 to win, but we only won 1-0. Like, it's been a few games where
look, I'm not gonna lie though, Rob. I'm sorry, you can't coach a 3-0 win. Like,
oh shit, I missed it. What did Rob say?
Like,
I didn't even mean to interrupt.
Number, like.
But no, I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm giving that as an example. I'm saying there's been a lot of games, that I've come out of it and said, why did you make this decision? Why did you do that? Why was it your starting lineup?
In-game manager.
Why were you not overlapping? Why were our wingers, 2v1 everything?
Yeah, that's true. I agree.
There are games where I'm like, Maresca, give me a little bit more, right? Because I know in the back end of last season, every single game was his coach to win. Maresca was tactic was spot on. Maresca was spot on.
He's right.
You can blame the players like, oh no, Jackson missed a chance. Kopama should have scored here and there. The center back made a mistake. But every single game, when it's like Maresca was absolutely spot on. Starting 11. His talk even halftime. His substitution. Everything was spot on, even throughout the Club World Cup. But this season, it's been like the Brentford, the Brighton, his subs against United, tactics against Sunderland. You're just like, give me more. I think that's what I want to get back to. Where in this span of fixtures, where Maresca, every game I go in, I'm confident that Maresca is going to get his.
And to back up Rob's point, I get what you're saying, Matthew, but the difference is, we're trying to go for a title, not top 4.
Thank you.
If this is true, this is all fine. If you want to get top 4, we'll probably get top 4, top 5. But if we're trying to be like consistent to the point where 80, 90 points, you can't just be top of charts and not actually execute, innit? You have to actually put things on the board. Like, you know what I'm saying?
My thing is this though, Chelsea. I've always said this: aim at the stars, land on the moon. If we
I love that saying.
And we don't end up winning the league or something, you're still in a very good position in terms of now fighting what we did last season. You just end up in the dogfight to the end of the season. Did you get it? So and you also see what the players are made of in around that area, so that when you really want to go for the title the season after, exactly. Like, you want to know, okay, this is what we think we can do. This is what we need to improve. Do you get it? If you just stay out and just aim for top 4 and then hope that you sneak in, And then the next season, your expectations have to change because last season he was top 4, but we can't just keep saying top 4. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah, no, we gotta
Yeah,
take it.
it's a good point. Yeah, go on, AJ.
yeah.
I mean, I said my player. I just say I think and I agree with what Yasser said. I think the lap could be a really he has the skill set to be a complete striker.
Yeah,
You know, it's just can he get to that level? Because if we get him firing, I feel like our team just plays a little different because we have more strength up front, and I think that's one thing that our team has always lacked, just raw strength and physicality, like in the penalty box, because that shit, like that creates like ugly goals as well. You know, we're a team that all of our goals got to be, you know, very attractive and
Perfect.
pretty.
Yeah.
You know, we need some nasty, ugly goals up front as well. So, you know, and I'll go with a center back.
Definitely provide that. It's true. I hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, man. Still, like, I feel like the lap offers us something different. The reason why we're excited to have him is because he's not very like technically sound like other players. He's a bit more of a traditional striker where he's a bit combative. He's very aggressive, and we kind of lacked that last season with Jackson's a bit.
But what do you mean he's not technically sound though? That's what I don't get.
In terms of, I don't think he's a player like who's going to dribble and to execute good moves with the football in order to get goals. I think his goals are more going to come.
Sure, you know.
I personally think his goals come more like physical benefits rather than like technically outsmarting the defender. Doing
I think for someone his size, he actually has good feet. But then again, he was Ipswich's only outlet. So he was the one make.
He's from City.
I think if Hutchinson, I think
he is from City. To be fair, maybe being harsh.
Yeah, so he's on the count. He's one of them guys that he carries the ball more than you would say dribbling, but then as a striker himself in the box, like around the box, because he's a natural 9, he knows what move to make to shoot. And then the other benefit is that he's 2-footed, in it. Do you get it? And he can strike the ball. And we've seen it. I think what was it in that preseason game? Do you get it? He showed us that. Was it Leverkusen? I think it was.
Yeah.
AC Milan or Leverkusen.
He's different. Yeah, it's one of those games. But he showed us that it's one of. He has that striker instinct, innit? I think the only thing that makes him look more like not like an old school number 9 is that he's a bit more physical, and I think that's that bit of an English thing that you get, Sunday league type kind of striker. You get it, where he wants to push this guy, he wants to kind of wrestle with this guy. I think if he does it like Costa used to, you get away with it. He knows when to do it, that kind of thing. Then cool, but obviously now we're not really that.
Yes, I hear you, and I wanted, one of the ones that wanted the lap. I wanted the lap over Osimhen this summer, right?
Same. Me.
I think,
not over Osimhen. Not over Osimhen.
Yeah, but I'll let y'all go ahead. I ain't co-signing that. I ain't co-signing that at all.
I didn't say you co-sign. I just have a preference.
You and your on that side.
If you like the lap, you should really rate Osimhen like that.
That's my thing. That's my thing with Rob.
Hey, Robin, Osimhen he would slap differently. He'd be cold.
I rate.
I think the point I'm making is this: Delap was very good at holding up the play and ball carrying and all these things at Ipswich, but he had no space to do that with, right? But I watched him against Wolves. But when it's against a low block and you don't have room, like you need to hold up the play. Your first touch needs to be good. That when the ball gets to you, it stays and you can carry the ball. You can pass, you carry the ball out. I wasn't impressed with that against Wolves. That's something.
What's on that, Rob? Though.
You need to improve.
Like 3 games for Chelsea, bro. That's too early.
Rob, I'm even saying that.
For me, he's disappointed me, but I also know that so far, he's been very rusty. Yeah. He didn't even
against Wolves. I will give him the benefit of the doubt. I was probably saying he was playing within himself because of the red card he got, the 2 yellows against Wolves.
But he doesn't even know
he didn't want to get into a wrestling match with Wolves.
That is all AJ.
He's not fully integrated into the squad yet.
I agree. I hear that. I hear that as well. So I'm giving the benefit. I think it will come good.
Rob, can I say another thing? You watch Man City with Haaland.
I think he needs to improve on.
You knew it was Man City with Haaland. They had like the main outlets, Haaland, didn't they? He's the only guy putting in numbers. I watched the way they moved the ball, and he always gets space somehow against all these teams. And the reason why is because the other players help in the way they move, their passes, the space, the overlaps that we were talking about before.
But
It's not just on the lap. The lap's not going to make. I hear what you're saying. The lap can make his own chance because he's not technically terrible. He can do a little turn and shoot. But what I'm saying is, against Wolves and stuff, he can't do that.
But the job.
You have free set because you have.
The lap even get a touch against Wolves. Did he even do anything?
No, but I'm saying you had three centre backs around him.
Against Wolves, I think there was a couple times the cross that came into the box, but he I'm thinking about Giroud. Giroud would have tried to get ahead of the centre back, right? To get.
Nah, man, I miss Giroud so much.
Giroud's better than the lap.
You can't judge year 12 Giroud against.
Giroud's a baller. AJ, man said Giroud like he's terrible.
AJ, the man that hit a scorpion kick goal. When's the last time you seen a scorpion kick goal in the Prem, brother?
I get it.
Hey Rob, don't disrespect Giroud. He's our cult hero. He's on our cult hero.
No, my overall point is
4 against Sevilla, brother. 4.
Didn't get service.
2 of them were headers, Rob. 2.
People are saying he didn't get service. I think he got service. He just didn't make the appropriate runs to be on the receiving end of the ball. That's the point I'm making.
I hear what you're saying. I just think we can't cut the lap skill set so short already when we've only seen him wear a Chelsea kit for like 3 games. And like,
this is what I've been saying.
You know what? I'm not writing him off 100. I'm not writing him off. I'm just saying, those are things that you would expect him to get better at as the season goes on.
Yeah.
And as he gets.
Rob, you criticize the lap, bro. Don't let anybody. You're doing the right thing. Because if it was Jackson, let me be clear. If it was Jackson, we would have ripped Jackson.
Against Wolves, his hold-up play was not the best. He was. I don't think. I'm not saying he's not going to make. I think
he's also not.
As he gets fitness, as he gets a better chemistry with his teammate, as Copapa returns, I think you will see the better version of the lap. But so far, I'm just pointing out what I've seen. That's all. I'm not running.
Agreed.
That's fair, but
I think that with the lap and that, for example, I think there's a little bit of feedback. It might be from Debs, I might mute him. They've got back on off mute and we want to talk. On the lap, I feel like it's really early to judge him, and it's unfair for any of us to call him out and be like, "Oh, you're not doing this." He had a red card. You can, like Rob said, you can clearly see in his body language he's trying to stay cool and relax, not get another red card, get into the game. Yeah, but at the same time, when we signed the guy, everyone and even me, I was gassed because I like his core abilities, and I think in the Premier League, if we can get him up to form, it's a game changer for us and change the way we play. So we need, it's a good name to bring up as a player. We need to look upon Barcelona, Arsenal's in the Premier League games, because if we get a few more injuries to other key players, we need other players who aren't as key now to become key. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's how top teams, for example, if Arsenal, like me and Deb were saying, they can have 8 injuries, and Rob didn't even know that. Do you know why? Because they're doing their job. People just look at Trossard the other day. Trossard just went, you know what? There's no Martinelli, there's no Gyökeres, there's no Havertz.
By the way, Trossard was injured too. By the way, he just came back.
He just went, you know what? The game's dead. It's 1-1. Let me score a banger. Help the team out.
I'm saying.
Who does that? Who in our team does that for us?
I don't see anybody starting 11 that's been injured for an extended period.
The problem is we don't take risks.
Rob, who in our team will do what Trossard did yesterday? Right now.
What Trossard did yesterday?
Probably Caicedo or something. You know, like some of the Liverpool. Like, do you remember the Liverpool?
AJ said it before. He's not on form, bro.
He just scored the last 2 games.
No, out of nothing, Rob. Not like
he had to score. That was a tap in.
Exactly. He's got 2 tap-ins.
Put on the plate. I mean, that's the vow. In terms of the 90 minutes, you cannot say
Pedro.
You can't
we don't have
say
anyone.
that.
I can't lie.
You shitting on him as a player if you're saying that.
AJ, we don't have anybody alive.
I think we're looking at against Spurs. I think he should have had like 3 goals, right?
That's my point.
That's 3 or 4 goals against Spurs alone. But I'm just saying He's scoring enough for games. I don't know what
No,
is.
Rob, you see the Sunderland game? The Sunderland game is very similar to the Palace game in terms of it's a tough opposition. They're very physical. It's not really going your way. You've got back into it. So the Esteban had a chance, Sanders had a chance, we missed them. Trossard does a little shimmy and scores a screamer. That is what you need in title races. Not every single game is going to be pretty and nice and you do well. I'm not deluding myself to think Chelsea won't draw a game or lose a game here and there. But most games like this aren't going to be nice. We have to go to Newcastle away, Sunderland away, Liverpool away. I can't just sit here and go, oh, they're tough games, let's get a draw then. No, you got to win some, bro. You got to win some. Who scores those goals other than Palmer? When Palmer's not here, I'm looking around the team going, maybe Enzo. But he don't do that. That's why we need players to step up. Because in case Enzo's not here, I can't make an excuse every week for the next 4 months. Oh, there's no Enzo. That's why we couldn't score this goal against, Villa away. That's why we lost. You know what I'm saying? Last year, remember Villa away? Palmer missed those 2 chances and we didn't win the game. But he was the only one. There was no one else.
We also got to expect like even a Palmer to drop form, and I think we learned that last season, innit? That can happen. My thing is when it comes to the way we attack is that yes, the excuse last season was that we didn't have a target man, but now if he is fit, we need to actually aim for him. Like if you look at the Wolves game, I think Rob was saying, yeah, well, another striker would have made that run in front, bro. It's a 5 in the back. Your player at that point, your striker is just trying to. You know what I'm saying? What's it called? Just keep some of them defenders occupied, and maybe there's a bit more space out wide, and you get it. And maybe put a ball in the box, and unless you aim it at unless you do the KDB to Haaland, Satnav on his head, you can't expect the Haaland unless they'll have to get it unless he jumps higher than the defender, innit? But at that point, he's surrounded, so you kind of have to find ways outside of that to score goals. So it depends on the game.
Talking about his hold that play.
Yeah, but we knew that was going to be a little bit off.
His hold that play is what I wanted.
Yeah, because he didn't make.
I was hoping to see more of where he can just hold and link up play, and we own the attack already.
I get that, but then again, I think he didn't really, obviously because of his red card, he didn't really make the most out of getting up to fitness in that first Wolf game, and then he's almost doing it in the second Wolf game, if that makes sense. But if you looked at him against Karabakh, I don't know, it's a lower level opposition, but at this point, we're just trying to get him to get fitness. He got the ball turned, and he's the one that put the ball early to Garnacho, I think it was, or something like that. But he was one at some point. He was moving the ball quicker than João Pedro was when he was up front, if you remember. Yeah, when he was because remember João Pedro likes to hold on to the ball a lot sometimes. Yeah, with the lap when he got the ball, he was turning and at least trying to make those through passes early to out wide on the left. So sometimes you just need. Obviously, we need a bit of space, but then you're not always going to get space. We've seen the other day against Wolves that sometimes when we do get those spaces in behind, we can look a bit more dangerous as we did in the first season. But it's up to us to unlock the door, innit? You know what I'm saying? With some of the players.
On a positive note, before we move on to the fixtures and end of the stream, it's a good stream, man. Everyone's discussing, everyone's having fun on this channel, having opinions, but I need everyone to smash those likes, subscribe to me, subscribe to Yasir TV, description down below, and AJ's TikTok and Rob's Twitter will be there as well. Also, for Jamaica, people them and the people them's country, they're struggling a bit. So if you want to help any money towards them, I know you guys give super chat sometimes, go to link and then literally click on it and then donate what you want. Make sure it's official as well, because here's an old link. So make sure it's 30. But yeah, man, injury update-wise, for Fernandez, should be okay. He's not going to international duty. Lavi is out for 1 month, so he's going to miss 2 weeks of the first start of the season. So we have a 2-week break. By the way, Fofana and Lavia don't exist at Chelsea Football Club. I hope you might know that. They're just figures of our imagination. They're not real. They're just FIFA guys, innit? Just everyone. Lavia doesn't exist as a Chelsea player. I'm just keeping it real. But I don't know why I'm giving you guys this update. But Cole Palmer should be back for the Burnley game to get some cameo minutes. João Pedro obviously was injured. Badiashile should be back. Cole won't be back till next year. And I think that's the main ones. So the main ones who should be returned are Badiashile and Palmer. And the guys who are going to be out for a lot longer is Lavia. And obviously Cole's out forever, whatever it is. So
I think for me, I want to see like what happens in it. Like, you know, he's in that period similar to James where he's back. I want to see how long he's willing to do. But obviously, we need to hopefully be able to manage him. At this point, it's not really looking possible. Do you get it? Because the way our defenders work, you can only have one of two. So one of your centre back options has to be either Fofana or what's the other guy's name? Colwell. With one of those two, as in Tosin or Chalobah can be that second centre back, and that kind of sometimes works. We've seen it last season. A Colwell with Chalobah works a little bit. Do you get it? But the other two together, like the Tosin and Chalobah and all that, doesn't seem to work well for us. So, of course, I want to have Fofana kind of rest, and it's a similar thing with Caicedo. But if you look at who else he would bring in, it's a bit. He can't necessarily, you know what I'm saying, rely on that. So we'll see what happens in that aspect. But for me, with the Fofana thing, I just hope he stays. Hopefully, he kind of stays fit because we need him during the season as well. I know that everyone's saying
I need him for these games right here. Let's go through it. Then we can end off the stream. Looking forward to the next few Premier League games. This is more of a Premier League kind of show.
Arsenal. It's coming, man.
Yeah, I need that free.
Listen, everyone laughed at me yesterday. There's a famous line I'm going to get on a t-shirt. PTSD, Charles.
That 5-0 really fucked our
about
head.
Burnley. You thought I was going to say Arsenal. I got PTSD about Burnley. I don't know what it is, but I don't know what it is about Burnley away. But I am worried we're going to drop points. Don't tell me why.
Drop points is one thing, but I'm saying like Burnley away, we rarely lose. It's more so, are we going to win, or are they going to end up doing a set piece and getting a draw at the last fucking minute? That's how a Burnley game goes. So,
on the table, though, bro? Like,
I think they're 15th, if I'm not mistaken.
But
I haven't checked.
They've got 10 points.
No, they're 17th.
17th, okay. Because I purposely try, like, we're at that point in the season. I want to try to avoid looking at the table.
So they've lost 3 out of the last 5.
Prime Chelsea behavior to give them some points, man. Prime Chelsea behavior.
Liverpool did struggle there. I know we're betting Liverpool. They did struggle there. It'll be low.
According to Rob, Liverpool's not on Chelsea's level, so that shouldn't be a factor right now.
I hate the fact, Rob.
We need to stop. We need to stop this glazing of Liverpool.
How did Rob shameless take be the one that?
They're not. Well, let me tell you. Let me give you a question right here, and let me see what you think. Who do you think has been the better signing, Ekitike or Joao Pedro?
I think
you answer, Rob.
I'm waiting. No, I'm waiting.
Win is crazy.
Rob. I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna answer Rob transparently. Transparently, Ekitike has been their best signing. So, like, I don't want to compare him to Pedro because Pedro has been good.
That's what I asked you. Who's been the better signing, Ekitike or Joao Pedro? If that's my point exactly. The fact that you even have to think about it, show that you're overhyping Liverpool because Ekitike has not been on Joao Pedro's level.
No, but Rob, if Ekitike right now playing for Chelsea, you have more goals than Joao Pedro. We have more goals than Joao Pedro. 100%.
I'm not even talking about the goals. I like because I don't want to do look.
They're not even GA merchant things. Just
no. I'm being fair with Rob. Rob, I'm trying to tell you that has literally been over 150 million British record signing Isak. Ekitike has been the better striker. So I can't sit here and like just and be like. The reason why I'm thinking about it is because Joao Pedro was sort of off for a bit. But if you're right, since we've got him since the Club World Cup, like I'm including all of it, yes, I would say Pedro's a better signing, but we're talking about small margins.
Just in the Prem this season, just in the Prem. I'm giving it
small margins. No. Listen. Small margins. Like if you say Pedro's better, I'm not arguing that. I'm not even arguing for Ekitike. I'm just saying I think it's small margins. I can hear both sides.
I don't think it's small margins.
You don't think it's close?
This is what people go and overdo and overhype Liverpool. Because they signed big names. They're not that team. I'm telling
people don't understand. He has smoke for Liverpool, man. He's been doing this since the summer window. Yeah, he has.
Ever before a ball was kicked this season,
yeah, I know.
When they're getting these names, I told you the summer transfer window was rubbish.
If we finish above Liverpool with all that signings, we're gonna give Rob a center screen, like a full screen by himself. We're gonna put a virtual crown on top of his head, and he gets a 10-minute roast session where he goes, "You remember Cali? You remember Ches? You remember Jimmy? You guys had so much." I just want him to have a moment, bro, just a rant.
Look, they just added Isak. I remember that. Rob, they just added Isak, Rob.
Rob, it's not overdo it.
Yeah, he did that.
Rob, they're only 2 points behind us. Can we not do this? Please. They're only 2 points behind us. Let's relax.
Remember, 15 games. We're almost at the 15-game mark. Let's wait till we get there.
Their running is very, very nice. I know it doesn't work like that way. I get it. But their running compared to ours, I would be careful with this Liverpool stuff.
Oh, shit. Hey, Job's calling. Let me, the last point for the club.
If you go on and be careful, I won't. I'm not worried about it.
I'm going to piggyback on Rob's thing. If we're truly...
As a matter of fact, I am more worried about United than I am about Liverpool.
If we... Oh, my God. If we... That's a crazy... Listen, this is my last point on it. First up, bless up to all of you as usual. Bless up to the chat. Make sure you smash the like button. Make sure if you have extra money laying around, you go ahead and donate to those less fortunate, as a lot of people are struggling, especially with Hurricane Melissa. But let me say this about Chelsea, right? Chelsea will go and win 2-1 against Liverpool in the dying moments. Chelsea will go and then lose 1-2 to Sunderland. Chelsea just slapped up Wolves 3-0. God knows what's about to go down in this next game. It's a very simple one. I'm not even going to overcomplicate this. This is Burnley. This is Chelsea. It's another low block. We just saw that putting Enzo a little deeper, letting Caicedo have a license to run a bit more forward, is opening up low blocks. Now, to prove it actually works, we're going to have to do it again. So Maresca, unless it's a fitness thing, and I don't see how it's a fitness thing if you're coming back from international break, play the exact same tactics. I'm not talking about personnel. You can rotate the personnel. The tactics worked against the low block. And that's the first time I've seen it, because that was a proper low block. First half, we could not get in. And the second half, our efforts were rewarded. So for Burnley, please, Maresca, I'm begging you, do not change the tactics. Put Enzo a little deeper. Put Caicedo a little bit more forward. Keep doing what you're doing with the wingers. Keep having your fullbacks. I mean, in this game, I'm presuming they're going to overlap. I would hope they're going to overlap against the low block. And that's about it. That's all we can do. From my perspective, it should be a 2-0 win. I haven't seen Burnley really. I was looking at their lineup, their attackers. I haven't seen anything for us in our shitty defense to even be worried. Sanchez should have a very chill day. This is going to come down to one simple thing. We're going to get a goal. Can we put the second goal on the board before they create a set piece or some type of free kick situation? And, or God forbid, what everybody's in nowadays, the long throw-in. Mm-hmm. So, 2-0 to the Chelsea. You guys have a blessed day. Make sure you guys smash the likes. Anybody in here that has a handle or that's streaming, make sure you support the panel. Hey, don't show me the full. Hey, I don't want to see that right now. That's after game 15. That's when it's squeaky bum time.
Yo. Let me not look at that. That's crazy.
Yeah, Chess. I'm telling you, Chess, because the thing is, we could get past these two, and I'll do the fully positive. We could get win-win.
Yo,
we could get a win-win.
This could turn into a negative stream. I don't want to do that.
We have to beat Arsenal, bro. We gotta
can wait until then.
Fuck all that.
I would tell you right now, by the end of 2025, we'll be on more points than Arsenal.
Yo, Rob's on. Hey, with that, I leave the stream. Rob is on smoke, brother.
You know what I'm saying? You have to end the stream.
That includes us beating Arsenal,
right? In 2 minutes. I want to get AJ and seeing Rob's thoughts on. I don't want to get PTSD in it, so I'm not going to go too far and start looking at this because this is giving me last year vibes. You know what I'm saying? It's giving me AJ 2024 vibes. I'm not gonna lie. But what are you man saying? Yes, what are you saying for Burnley? And Arsenal,
Burnley, come on, bro. Like they on the other side of the table. Do you get me? And obviously, with the run that we want to have now, if we really want to talk about the whole title race thing and that, we have to go on the Burnley. Do you get it? We have to go over there, and also at the same time, this kind of sets us up for the other two games that we have, the Champs and the Premier League. The what's it called? The Premier League.
Arsenal
So you wanna make sure you don't want to start going there. You don't want to go to Barca in a must-win mentality. Like, let's just go there, comfortable, trying to win. Do you get what I'm saying? So,
you know, if we don't beat Burnley, will we go back down to
Saturday 12:30? Go there, win, and then you can watch everyone else lose and whatever. You're chilling. Like, you get it similar to the Forest thing where you just win your game and keep it moving, bro. That's
and deep it. Yeah, I guess no one could go above us. Deep it. If you keep winning our games, we mathematically can't drop below third. Because we're not enjoying points of anybody.
Yeah, I agree.
In fact, even if we draw, we could still be third or fourth. So we need to win. What are you saying, Rob?
Yeah, no, that's smooth sailing right there, Burnley. That's smooth sailing. I can't even lie.
If I spoke to Rob on Sunday,
I was using words like smooth sailing.
Yeah. It's smooth sailing. I can't even lie because it's Burnley, innit? I don't know why we're even discussing Burnley.
Hey, Rob said like a Londoner. I said it's Burnley, innit?
Yeah,
Burnley.
Yeah, Burnley, innit?
Burnley, innit?
It's you know.
Hey, Rob, I didn't know you're from London, man.
I respect him, but I mean, my wife is Londoner, so you know, I get.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Fair enough.
Yeah. So no, I think we get a W easy right there.
Yeah.
Burnley, and we keep moving to Barcelona and Arsenal. So hopefully, Badiashile is back. I wouldn't start him against Burnley, or would start him against Burnley, and then rest him against Barcelona, and then bring him back against he plays against Arsenal. So let's see how it goes.
I mean, yeah, maybe Burnley's a calm game for him in terms of the intensity and
yeah. Burnley's a calm game, low block. You need somebody to pass from the back and unlock. Do the break lines. Perfect game for Badiashile. And then against Barcelona, you rest him because it's hamstring. You play Trev and Wes, and then come Arsenal, bring Badiashile back in. Badiashile and Wes. Let them.
You can even play Achimpong probably against Burnley.
Yeah, exactly. You can even play Achimpong for yeah.
Oh yeah, so you lot would rest.
You can even play Trev and Achimpong against Burnley, and you calm.
Obviously, the game's in 2 weeks. We'll do a big preview for that big week coming up. But you, man, in advance would rest some players for the Barcelona game, or would it be like get them into fitness and then take them off in half time?
Maybe because I know that Arsenal will also rest players because they where they are on the.
No, I'm talking about Burnley going into Barca because it's Burnley then Barca, isn't it?
Oh, okay, yeah. Burnley, I'm not sure. I think Burnley.
I'm saying play the same team we play against Barca.
Arsenal would not rest any players. They got Spurs, Bayern, and then us.
Yeah, but they might rest players against Bayern because they are in the Champions League table.
Facts. They'll rotate. They'll rotate. It's not a must-win game for them, Rob. They're good. They've won it. Rob, I'm telling you, they've won it. If Chelsea won every game, you wouldn't see bad rotations against Barca, but you would see like maybe Gusto would start. You'd have like maybe like Gittins might start and stuff like that.
Gusto definitely starting against Barca. It's not even.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Gusto starts against Barca and Arsenal. That's what I'm saying. You're saying, Rob, would you play your first team against Burnley and then take them off at half time?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you go Burnley.
Yeah.
If you
look at what we think the manager's going to do,
I'm
a feeling he'll do the whole let's play the rested side and then try to see if they can save us in the second half.
He doesn't like to do that. It's true.
Yeah,
I reckon Hato starts as left back in the game.
Yeah, I would take that like a medium level mixture. That makes sense.
Hato left back's calm. I don't know why he put him at left centre back.
I don't mind him at left centre back.
He put Hato at left centre back, but he hasn't played there for a minute.
I don't mind him there actually. I think.
Well, you think he had his stinker? That's all it was.
No, he had a stink in the first half, but I was actually impressed with him in the second half. The fact that he had that stink in the first half and he came back in the second half and was actually solid.
But what I'm saying is, you can't afford to do that.
You can't afford to do that. Obviously,
100%.
I like Yamal and that. Like, come on, Rafinha. Like, bro, you'll be 2-3-0 down.
I am worried about Barcelona. The high line, Garnacho, we're cooking it.
No. Barcelona game is going to be a really good game to watch. I really want to go. So hopefully I can find a way to get to the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
But even if that's irrespective. The point is that it's going to be a good game because tactically, they have a high line. We can have a high line at times. How are we going to play? Do we want to sit back a bit? We're going to go for it. But if we go for it, susceptible to counterattacks. They got a lot of pace, a lot of experience. The midfield is going to be a good battle. It's going to be a good game. Their defense isn't great. Our defense isn't great. You know what I'm saying? But our defense is good, by the way. Our defense is good.
Play straight into our hands.
The problem with Barca,
I wouldn't be mad if Neto started as striker in that game.
I get why you would say that.
Yeah.
Nah,
Esteban, Neto, Garnacho, Joao Pedro.
It's to get Esteban in the team. That's why he's saying that.
The lap, bro. I'm not even trying to see. I don't know, man.
At that point, hopefully, Palmer's
you were just talking about you want Maresca to step up on how he's using the fucking players. Now you talking about
no, but I'm just no, for that specific game, I think again, AJ, I'm not mad if he starts.
He's his boy Garnacho gonna get.
I expect the lab to start. I'm just saying, I wouldn't be mad if it's
we don't need him to start.
He's a fast to play against the high line,
bro.
If Palmer starts, we don't need Esteban
for a high line. The lap is fast enough for a high line, bro. We don't need Neto up front.
Palmer's actually quite quick. He's not slow at all. He's actually quite quick. Palmer's slow. He's not slow.
Yeah, but there is fast. And then there is Neto Garnacho fast.
He's got long strides. He's just not a sprinter.
There's quick and then there's fast.
Yeah.
He's quick. Yeah.
Palmer is quick. Neto, Garnacho, they fast.
The Gusto, the Palmer, the Neto.
And then you have like a Mudryk and a Gittins.
Gittins is explosive. He's explosive.
Madman, bro.
That shot against Wolves sums up Gittins. Very unorthodox, very explosive, just very random footballer. He just pinged the Trivella shot outside the box. Who does that? Who in our team would do that? No one in our team does that.
If you ain't got the ability or the tech, you can't do it. This is
but what I'm saying is here, man who's got tech and ability would take a touch, do a little shimmy, maybe finesse it. Man hit half volley, Trivella. Come on, that's mad.
No, because it's not. Because some people just think, sometimes you can have a player that's not that good, but he can do an overhead kick. Like he can do things, innit?
Yeah.
But certain things you can't do if you don't have either ability or you get it. Like, you can't.
Yeah, that goal is literally I've got quality written all over it. I hear it.
Yeah. You knew that he can shoot, innit?
You don't score that kind of goal by accident.
It's just confidence with him, though. I think it's confidence.
Yeah. And we got competition kind of building up on the wings. That's kind of what's really happening, I
know.
They're starting to get into a little bit of
space. Hey, don't worry, man. Listen, I hope he succeeds.
Bro, I'm scared of.
We've seen enough of him. Like, me and Ches, we know what he does in the bro.
You remember the summer when people said if Garnacho is a starting winger, we are in deep doo-doo.
Yeah. No. You see, you don't understand. I used to defend Rob when
I said by December Garnacho will be our starting winger, and we're like, if Garnacho is starting winger, that means we are in big trouble.
For context, kind of AJ watching, you joined recently, guess
yeah.
Rob was been saying this since the very beginning. I was doing Tuesday every day, literally.
I know.
On the transfer show, yeah. You were there. You were watching it. The point is that I always said Garnacho is nowhere near as bad as people made out. The reason why is because football doesn't work the way you think it does, or I think it does. People think 1+1=2. It doesn't. Like Garnacho is bad. It comes to Chelsea, who are a very average team, equals bad player. I didn't think that was going to be the case.
Different though. My thing's different. If you don't have the basics or the fundamentals, it doesn't matter. Like I don't look at ceilings and that. Because with Garnacho, it's more PR than actually ability. Do you get it? Like, if you were going to be honest, we've seen the Forest game. We've seen the other games. You can't tell me someone's played so many games in his career so far at the top level in terms of United and now coming across here now, who struggles to take a touch. And he's supposed to be a talented winger. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, if you have good fundamentals, we can say, okay, he can build on this. There's other things like tactics and understanding teammates and all these other extra stuff that are just extra. Do you get what I'm saying? But I can't gas up someone who hasn't got the fundamentals because that's a big problem. Do you get what I'm saying?
The thing is, Garnacho is gonna. You see, when Garnacho was linked to Chelsea and when it became clear he was coming to Chelsea, I'm not a Garnacho fan, but you got to understand in football as well. there's roles, and Garnacho can play a certain role.
I agree with.
You see that goal he gave for Neto? That's literally the role that you want Garnacho to play. Somebody attacking the space with pace and power. And can you score, or can about goals and assists essentially? Are you gonna score? Or because we're not gonna get the great excellent link up from Garnacho, and he's not gonna technically be his player like in a crazy way. It's just he's gonna get the ball near the box. Can he quickly go past somebody and make an assist or score a goal? That's all that he's doing.
And also like the evolution of the squad, unfortunately, means that there's a revolving door. So if you're not good enough, it doesn't mean you're gonna stay. So even when we did sign him, people were getting onto him like he was gonna stay here forever. If he didn't perform, I don't think Chelsea would keep him. But if he keeps doing what he's doing now, and he gets right now he's on how many GA is he on now, Rob? You would know. Is he on 4 GA, 5 GA overall?
Yeah, that's 4 games.
So okay, so let's say he hits 20 GA. Why would that be an issue? It wouldn't be, innit? Like we can't.
That can't be an issue. That will never be.
Exactly. And then but people, AJ, the very few people still go, oh yeah, but you can do better than him. It's like, bro,
can't take people serious.
Like, come on, like the point isn't that. Of course you do better than Garnacho. We'll go and get Vinny then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but for me, just get him off there.
Look at the left wing market. Look at Liverpool. Oh, we shouldn't got rid of Diaz.
I told you.
It's true though, Rob, it's true.
I wanted us to get Diaz. I was interested in getting Diaz.
I never thought Diaz was a bad player at all.
Yeah. No, but
he's not a bad player.
He's a good player. He's very good.
The reason why I was pro Garnacho because I was looking at it from who we're going from Sancho to Garnacho. How does that help the team? Automatically, defensively get better because Garnacho defensively will track back much better and with much more intensity than Sancho. He will press just even that much better. The third goal, we don't score that goal with Sancho in the team. Just Sancho does not have the pace, right? He might put on the cross for Gusto, but how many times that he threatened the back line. Like I remember the one time pass that Enzo Fernandez hit to Garnacho, and he went in between the center backs, and Garnacho was at pace following that. And so when you're talking about how he improved the team, like we were one of the best transitional team in the league last season, and so when you add Garnacho, it massively upgrades your options because now if it makes that one run successfully, the fullback automatically is concerned all game long. That this brother here, the pace he's got, I can't step forward too much.
And also
I gotta stay back a lot because otherwise gonna cook me. He got pace to burn.
And also on that point, last season to end of the stream, I see be at AJ for joining as well and he's working. Be at for joining every single time. Last minute shout outs on. Be at Rob. All the way from America, Although Gittins and Garnacho aren't the best quality players, we can admit Rob likes his quality. That doesn't mean he's quality in terms of he's top tier. The difference is that Rob said one's a transitional and one's an actual low block player. Like Gittins, hopefully when he improves the play, you can use against low blocks. He's unpredictable. He can do something out of nothing. He's got skill.
But
you know what I'm saying?
We're getting to the pace to do the things in behind.
Exactly, Gittins has got that as well, but Garnacho is more of a.
It's not just pace. You need to know how to time your run. You need to know how to Garnacho makes striker level runs as a winger, right? Gittins does not. Gittins is a winger. He's a winger that lacks the ball to feed. Garnacho is a winger that lacks the ball in space. And
look at the goal Enzo gave to him. Look, Enzo ball. Run, pass. That's the easiest thing.
And you can see the chemistry building with Enzo Fernandez because Enzo Fernandez gets the ball automatically. Bring it over.
When you're a winger, you should be able to do both. I don't get the whole point. You should be able to get it in behind.
But again, what I'm saying is, just because you got pace doesn't mean you are good at making runs, right? You can have pace. Making runs takes intelligence. You can't just be like, oh, I'm making runs because I got pace. No, Garnacho makes striker level runs from the winger position. And that's what's so important, right? You're not gonna catch him offside, hardly ever, and he will make those runs as soon as we recover the ball. He knows the runs and he knows the angles to get the runs in.
Because basically, Gittins is basically
that's not obviously Gittins can improve to be a better runner off the ball, but it doesn't come to him naturally as it comes to Garnacho.
No, but let me just say this. On no one, I get your point, but the problem is here, bro. The whole point I'm trying to make is there's not many good left wingers on the market. So even though you might not rate Garnacho, you can't tell me 2-3 left wingers Chelsea could have bought, which is a massive upgrade on Sancho. Forget Garnacho.
Apparently, Chelsea were linked to what's it called?
Yeah, don't even tell me. I saw it.
Someone sent.
Hey Rob, you seen that? AJ and Rob, I know you've seen it. Let's not even talk about it.
I don't want that, brother. I don't want him.
Yeah,
huh?
Sorry.
He said, "I don't want that, brother." You know.
You know what? I need to go gym in it. But Rob, what are you talking about?
Ended. You know what I mean?
Ain't no one. Remember, Rob said that's next time we go on stream, hopefully next few days, Rob connectify what he means. We'll do a segment on Rodrigo. Because international, what's it called? The transfer window, I've got to start doing those streams soon because it's getting to that kind of month where things are getting leaked, you know? End of November, only a month away from its transfer window. If Sancho's faster, he would have been perfect. Yeah, but he wasn't fast, so it's what it is. Garnacho can't dribble to... Bro, it's not about that. We discussed it. Garnacho's not a dribbler. He's not a
ball carrier.
Only Ronaldo's job. He's an efficient footballer in terms of he's there to get GA. He's not there to dribble. You know what I'm saying?
I think he's a ball carrier, innit? I think he's
Esteban is the ball carrier. Esteban was someone
of a dribbler. I think that
Esteban can do a bit of everything. He can do
it. Yeah. Esteban was more complete, but Garnacho is definitely a ball carrier.
You say he's a ball carrier?
Yeah, I say he when you watch Garnacho. First of all, look at the goal he scored. Look at the goal for Neto. Look at the goal for Neto.
We see ball carrying differently. I categorize a ball carrier as someone who can carry the ball.
Okay.
Okay, that's what we agree, but definition was wrong.
No,
you want to say someone who's on the ball who can use the ball to then make a situation. I'm talking about someone who can get the ball from A, bring it to B, and start something different.
The basics.
You know what I'm saying?
That's more of like a dribbler.
Exactly. Well, true.
That's more of like a dribbler, somebody who could weave through. You know,
you want to know
Garnacho's gonna go like pretty much.
No. Don't get away from my club. Don't be clouded by that performance because Liverpool. Rob, I'm with you with that one. People overly gas Doku's performances. He doesn't perform that good.
Nah, Doku. Listen, people would learn about Doku.
He's not even overrated. He's just rated.
His thing is similar to the Madueke thing, where they just need to fix their final for decision making.
But bro, like at the same time, like when you're gonna fix it, they're like 24, 25, bro.
Yeah, you never know.
I get it. Like obviously, Doku's a good footballer, but I'm saying like his efficiency
look at a Lookman or something. Remember when he was going around looking
true,
and now he's gone somewhere and he's just fixed his all. He's
but the level's different though. He's playing in Italy, bro. It's different.
Yeah, but I'm saying at the end of the day, I'm just talking about that, the progression in his career. Kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Some people just have it a bit later. Some players just have it from early. Like it's just one of those, isn't it? Some people never get it.
It's true. But anyway, people, I think we've covered everything there. Talk about the last few results, the future results. The next two, because don't look at the Leeds and stuff, because that's a bit too far away. So the Leeds, Bournemouth. We could beat Arsenal, Burnley, and those results, could be good for us in terms of Leeds and stuff like that. So we have to see.
Yeah.
But wins, Woes, and Wonderkids. We didn't speak Esteban too much, but I'll do a show on that tomorrow. Plenty of time to speak to do an international break. Chelsea's not playing until literally, let me get up now.
22nd of November, I think. Or 25th.
Yeah, 22nd of November, which is actually basically the week after next.
Yeah.
So it's quite long. So there's no football for a long time, people. So not next week. Wait. Next weekend we start playing football. That's the one. Next weekend. Yeah. So a long time to not see any football. But it is what it is. Chelsea can get a rest. Bit yourself for joining. Description down below for his YouTube. Bit yourself. MLR Paul 2001 on Twitter. Hopefully Rob's on Big Six layer saying something. I love hey Rob, please do it for me, man. I love it when you're on Big Six and you put in your comments. Because it always rattles them. It always rattles them. But I need, if you do a super chat today, well, I'm not telling you to do it, but if you do, please put something like terrible squad, terrible this, terrible that. 6 points behind Arsenal, so to play them, and we're third in the league. I need to hear something like that.
500 million bottle drops for Liverpool too. We need to.
If you're gonna do super, can I rub love?
100 million red bottle drops.
Used to be extremely crazy
Hey,
on
Rob,
Chelsea.
yes, that's a sick one.
The red bottle.
500 million red bottle jobs.
Yeah.
Rob, that could be the hashtag.
No, yes, I would call it 500 million. He has to have a billion word in it.
Yeah,
you gotta get the billion.
Jobs.
No,
You gotta get the billion.
Nah, fact. Be it AJ as well, and Deb who joined as well, both working. So it's difficult for them to join, but they're joining nevertheless. Bit everyone in the building, man. Subscribe on your way out. A lot of people watch these shows back when they're eating, driving, whatever it is. Do me a favor, subscribe to everyone on the panel, subscribe to me, hit a like button, and that's all I have to say, man. But yeah, stream tomorrow, 5:15, same time. Thanks for joining. And peace, man. Love.
No.